Hey guys, Board here, and today I've got a special video for you. So, first of all, thank you so much to Addicts or Tapped Out Addicts or Addicts Live for giving me this amazing inspiration for this. By the way, if you don't know Addicts Live, they're one of the first um YouTubers slash people who make bloggers or something who do tapped out stuff. They check out their amazing blog or YouTube channel. I'll put in the description. It's on my channels also. But on their blog, when they do stuff for items, they have a thing called WDTCF, or Where Did This Come From? Where they say where an item in the episode came from. So I thought I'd make that a little more nicer and make my own version of that. So this is Where Did This Come From? From the Cirque de Springfield update, or event. So before we do this, have a spoiler alert, this is gonna go over all of the items in the event. But yeah, I just want to say, spoiler alert, go off this video right now. If you want to be surprised for Acts 3 and 4. But, so I'll give you 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's get into it. So, one of the first out of the few big ones, we've got Season 25, Episode 2, Treehouse of Horror XXIV. I think that's 24. That's 24. So the things would be, Act 1 and Act 3 premiums, Burns Them and Burns Them to Bailey Circus, Human Donkey and Carnival Camp, and then the Act 1, Part 4 and 5, aka Margaret's Wagon and Margaret. This is my favorite part of the event, but this is where one of the big ones comes from. So this is from the third segment of the episode, called Freaks, No Geeks. So, summary. In the 1930s circus, the self-serving strongman Homer gets his lover trapeze artist Margaret to marry sideshow freak Moe after learning of the emerald ring he inherited from his mother on his deathbed. At their wedding reception, the other freaks announce that they accept Marge in spite of her being a normal outsider, even though Margaret says that she is a freak because she has one blue eye and one pale brown eye. After finding Homer attempting to poison Moe's wedding wine glass, an angry Margaret sends him away, and Homer is cornered by the freaks with weapons as they advance on him with the intention to mutilate him into a duck humanoid after murdering Burnsum, who is ought to be like them. The scene then cuts to the present, where it's revealed the whole story was told by Homer of how he met Margaret, revealing she took it back. It's a funny How I Met Your Mother reference also, but this is a basic definition of that segment. Definitely one of my favorite parts, and I think they did this well. I wish they would have added more content, but I love making an area for this. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So, this is where actually pretty much everything comes from. Season 30, Episode 8, Krusty the Clown. And this is where the Act 2 premium, the Dingling Bros Circus and the Dingling Bros Ringmaster, Act 4 premium character, Scuzzo the Clown. Not the building, only the character Scuzzo the Clown. Oh, by the way, he is mentioned in another episode, but he doesn't have his actual appearance until this. The Gildeal, which is the bearded lady in the circus train. Act 1, Part 2 and 3, the Amazing Smoking Monkeys, and the Cirque de... I don't remember. The Dingling Bros tent. Act 1 and... Act 1, Part 2 and 3. What did I say? Oh, yes. Sorry. The circus... Sorry, I was confused for a second. The Circus, Sign and Fence, and the Amazing Smoking Monkeys. Act 2, Part 1, 3, and 5. The, Dingling Bros, is it trailer? I don't remember. The Dingling Bros tent, and, Soggy the Clown, by the way. I just made a video for that. Go check it out. So here is a basic summary of the episode. Homer becomes a TV critic and gives the Krusty show bad ratings, which causes the show to go down in ratings and makes Krusty super angry, so he hits Homer with his car. Bart arrives and is relieved to see Krusty still alive and takes him away from the circus, changing his name away from it to a circus, changing his name to Soggy so he doesn't get in trouble. Soggy the Clown, sorry. Krusty's job is a disaster and he gets fired, but when one of the workers is ill, I think that's Scuzzo. Oh, he performs good and gets rehired and happy. Suddenly, though, due to a video they sold at the circus that was bad, they shut it down. The circus closes down, but the manager just needs 50 grand to open it. To maintain it in it open, he offers to turn himself in for the greed of the circus, and the police gives them the money. At the court, the jury finds him not guilty. The circus leaves the town, and Krusty says goodbye to them at the end, going back to his show. That's a basic definition of the episode. Pretty good, though. I like this episode. I would say this is probably better, but this is also a great episode. Okay. The next one, one of my favorites. We'll be doing a video on this. I know some of you have been waiting. It's gonna come out sometime in between Act 3 or 4, but I will be doing a video on it. Okay. And this is the super premium Mr. Mcgregor from season 4, episode 11, Homer's Triple Bypass. Okay, so Homer starts experiencing heart problems and realizes that he has clogged arteries. When Dr. Hibbert tells him the cost, Homer doesn't know what to do, so he hires Dr. Nick because it's super cheap. I think it's $200 if I'm correct. Mr. Mcgregor was a former patient of Dr. Nick who comes back to vow at Dr. Nick. By the end of this episode, Lisa helps Dr. Nick and the surgery performs well. But, love this quote. Why, if it isn't Dr. Hibbert? Why, if it isn't Dr. Nick? Why, if it isn't Mr. Mcgregor with a leg for an arm and an arm for a leg? I just love that. Okay, so for Act 3, Part 5, we've got Season 12, Episode 8, Skinner's Sense of Smell. This the Cirque du Master. I think. No, I don't think there's any more. The rest of the episode, kids get it snows and it gets snowed in. And everybody gets snowed in Springfield Elementary. It's a great episode. But the beginning, is from the cold open. The family tells Homer that they're going to the Cirque du which is, I think, a parody of, I don't remember what it's called, the Cirque de, some sort of famous thing. But the family really enjoys it, except for Homer, till there's a huge storm and they leave, causing the rest of the episode. That's why it's kind of the cold open. This character looks nice, but he's just a ringmaster. Not much about it. It's, okay opening. This actual tent comes with a character from, I think, a Christmas update that did return in this event. I'm not sure. It's 150 donuts, so you tell me if it's worthwhile buy. So, our next thing is from Season 14, Episode 8, The Dad Who Knew Too Little, which is Act 3, Part 2, and Act 4, Part 3. The Hall of Mirrors and the Sultry Sows of the South Seas. That's a tongue twister. So, Homer hires a private detective to figure out what Lisa likes so he can connect her more. But the detective charges for a lot of unrelated stuff, and Homer says he's not going to pay. So, the detective tries to kill him, and they run through a circus in a fight. That's where these two come from. Okay, next thing the Act 4 premium building. See, I told you it'd come back. Season 18, Episode 12, Little Big Girl. So Bart got a driving license and went to North Haverbrook, and he visited the zoo with fighting animals. Kind of, not a very big part of the episode. Pretty much, like, part of a montage, I think, actually. So, yeah, not that big part, but it looks okay. Okay, next thing. Act 4, or Part 4, The Tower of Tennis, from Scene 31, Episode 3, The Fat Blue Line. The Tower of Tennis just right at the San Castellaneta Festival, which was a festival that they went to, parody of Dan Castellaneta, the person who actually makes this, who voices Homer and many other characters on the show. And I think also a parody of Italian festivals. But that is actually it for this. That is all the items in here. Everything else is tacked out originally from me. If there's anything that I missed, please comment down below. But that's it for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!